Hello, you're welcome. How are you doing today? Oh, that's good to know. I am Miss Becca, a TRCN certified math educator with a 150-hour advanced TESOL certificate. I would like to ask you, have you ever shared a pizza before? Yes? Okay. So, how do you divide a pizza so that everyone can get a fair share? Oh, you cut it into equal size. That's good. So the first thing to do when you want to divide a pizza is to find out how many people will be eating the pizza. If 8 people are eating the pizza, that means you will be dividing it into 8 equal parts. That is the only way we can get a fair share amongst the 8 people who are eating the pizza. So now, if you, I, and two other friends of ours are to share a pizza, how many slices are we going to divide the pizza into? Yes, that is 4 equal sizes. That way, you can have a slice, I will have a slice, and two other friends of ours will have one slice each. So that means I will be having one of 4 slices, you will be having one of 4 slices, our friend A will be having one of 4 slices, and the other friend will also have one of 4 slices. That means I'll be having 1/4 of the whole pizza. So now that brings us to what we want to explain in this class. Let me share my screen with you. Understanding fractions. So in this class, we will be understanding fractions using pizza and chocolate bars. For this lesson, you will understand the concepts of fraction by using pizza and chocolate bars that you are already used to. So in this class, you will be meeting some keywords. These are the words that I will be mentioning in this class. The first one is fraction. What is a fraction? A fraction is a way to represent a part of a whole. That is fraction. That is a fraction is a way we represent a part of a whole. For example, when you have one of 4 slices, then when we'll be writing it, we'll be writing it as 1/4. That is a fraction. We have represented the part of this pizza that you are having. So that is the part of a whole. And the next thing is numerator. Numerator is the number that is above the line. For example, you are having one of 4 pizza, that's 1/4. That means the one that is above is the numerator, while the 4 that is below is the denominator. In other words, the number of pieces you cut the pizza into is the denominator. If you are cutting it into 8, that means our denominator, the number that is below, will be 8. If you are cutting the pizza into 6, the denominator, that is the number that is below, will be 6. So the number of pieces that each person gets will be the one that is above. So the next one is equal parts. When we say equal parts means that each piece is equal in size or value. And when we say whole means the whole pizza that we have not divided. So let's move to the lesson. We'll be using a pizza and then the chocolate bar to explain the concept of fraction. Now let's look at this first image. You will realize that this pizza was divided into 8. So each of this pizza will give us 1/8. Now if you are to take 2 slices of this pizza, that means you are taking 2/8. The fraction that goes to you will be 2/8. If I am to take 3 slices of this pizza, that means I am taking 3/8. Now look at the second image. From this image, this pizza was divided into how many parts? Yes, 4 parts. Now let's say you are taking 3 out of the slices of this pizza. That will give us what fraction? Yes, that will give us 3/4. Now, if I am to eat this pizza alone, and then I decided to cut it into four so that I can take it slice by slice. Then when I started eating it, I had the first one, I was not okay yet. I had the second one, but by the time I was on the third one, I became full and I could not proceed. So, how many slices of pizza are we going to have left? One. So what fraction will that be? Now if I ask you what is the fraction of the pizza that is left, what will that be? 1/4. Correct. 1/4. That means I ate 3/4 of the pizza while I have 1/4 left. That is fraction. And then let's look at this third pizza. It was divided into two, where one person has eaten one of it, and then we are having the other half left. So that will give us 1/2. That means half of the pizza was eaten and half is left. Now let's use chocolate bar as our example now. When you look at this first chocolate bar, what do you notice from this first chocolate bar? Yes, it was divided into three. That is, if three friends are to eat this chocolate bar, each person will take each part. One person will take the one at the left hand side, the second person will take the one at the center, and the third person will take the one at the right hand side. So that will give us 1/3, right? Yes, that will give us 1/3. Now let's say we want to share this chocolate bar amongst four friends. What are we going to do? Yes, we will divide it into four. If we are sharing it amongst four friends, then we will divide it into four. So now if we divide it into four, each friend will get what fraction? Yes, that is 1/4. Now let us say that you are having a picnic at home, you invited your friends over, and you are expecting three friends plus you. That will be how many? Four. Now you have divided the chocolate into four because you already know that you are expecting three friends, and you'll be having a total of four of you, right? Yes, so you divide the chocolate bar into four. But eventually, just two of your friends showed up. One did not show up. So at the end of the picnic, what is the fraction of chocolate bar that you will be having left? Yes, that is 1/4, because each of the three friends present would have taken one of the chocolate bar. You would have taken one, the other friend would have taken one, and then the second friend would have taken one. So you will be having 1/4 left. Now that we have established that a fraction makes a part of a whole, how can we use fractions to make sure that everyone gets a fair share? That is good. To make sure that everyone gets a fair share, we divide the whole into equal parts. If six friends are to eat one pizza, then we will divide it into six equal parts. A fraction is a part of a whole. Do you have any questions for me? Oh, you want to know if we use fraction in pizza and chocolate bar alone? No, we use fraction in everyday life, everyday activity. You can use fraction to divide anything. You can use fraction to share things amongst you and your siblings. You can use fraction when you want to cook. You can use fraction for the seasoning you want to add to your soup or your food. You can use fraction when you want to cook rice. Fraction will determine how many cups of rice you are taking. If you have 5 kg of rice and you want to cook 1 kg for the family, with fraction you can tell that, okay, when you cook 1 kg out of 5 kg, that means you are cooking 1/5 of the rice. So you use fraction in everything, not just in pizza and chocolate bar alone. So we can use fraction for our spending. Let's say your lunch fee is $100. You can decide that, oh, I want to save half of my lunch fee, or I want to save one fourth of my lunch fee. Now if $100 is your lunch fee and you have decided to save one fourth, that is 1/4 of your lunch fee, how much are you saving? Okay, you tried. That means you will be saving $25. So, in conclusion, fractions help us divide fairly and understand how parts relate to a whole, whether it's pizza, chocolate, or anything else. With fractions, we can ensure everyone gets an equal share. Thank you for your time.